So, my name is Lindsay Clark. This is Mac Clark.
I'm Mac Clark.
He's my husband. We got married one time. And I'm going to interview him today on his favorite and most used application of all time. I haven't told him which it is yet. PokemonGO.
That's a good thing to interview on.
He's an expert in the field. The field outside our house, that is, because he's never inside. He is always outside playing Pokemon Go.
Not always, just a large percentage of it.
A very large percentage of the time. Since this game has made its debut, it has been a staple in our household. We have spent a good amount of money on it. And we love Pokemon. We love Pokemon as a family. And I'm just not as physically active as my husband is. And my phone isn't quite good enough to run the app, so I'm not the connoisseur that he is. So today, we're going to talk to him, see how the game has kept him involved for so long, because that's surely a feat in itself. And I would argue that the interface and the experience of the game are lacking, which is why I stopped playing. It's why I didn't buy a new phone like he did to keep playing. But they're obviously doing something right as far as he's concerned. So we're going to get into that a little deeper today. Mackley Clark, can you explain the interface? What's the game like when you open it up on your phone?
It's pretty simple, I think. You have immediately your character on the map to show you where you're going, and then you have just one button. You have one button which takes you to a menu, and you have a compass at the top right. So if you press the button, you have your Pokemon, and then you have your items. Then you have shop and another button. There's another button, I can't remember what it is.
Do you find yourself going into that menu very often?
The top one?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Do you find yourself going into any menu very often? Where do you spend
Very
the most
often.
of your time with that app?
I spend most of my time in that app organizing my Pokemon because I have so many. You can you play the game by catching Pokemon, and when you catch Pokemon, you get 100 Stardust, and you get 3 candies, and now 5 if they're higher stage Pokemon. And then you use those candies to evolve them and power them up, both. And you use the Stardust to just power them up with the candies. So I spend a lot of time organizing which Pokemon I want to keep, because you can also transfer each Pokemon they have if they're nonsense, like you don't want to keep those ones. For one more candy, you can trade those in. And so I organize the ones I want, and I name a few of them if they're good, and I want to remember which ones are good if I have multiples, which I normally do because I've been playing for about 8 months now.
Yeah, we're almost to our Pokeversary.
Yeah. So, I'm losing my train of thought.
So, let me guide you just a little bit here.
Okay.
So, when you're working with your Pokemon, what are the options that you have? What can you do with them?
I can name them, which
Is there any benefit to naming them?
for fun is more or less the biggest thing, I guess, because in the DS games or the Game Boy games, that was always something you could do. You could name them so you feel like more of a connection to them. You know, if they're more personal. But the other thing, especially for Pokemon Go, and probably for the Game Boy games as well, is you get multiple of each Pokemon, and if you keep that one and 20 others like it, it's easier to remember Harold instead of the 22nd Eevee in my line of 52. So it helps with organization.
You had mentioned Stardust and candies. Are those things... Is that like a currency in the game? Is that something that you're able to purchase?
No, not at all. You can only get Stardust from one, catching a Pokemon. You just get 100 Stardust. Your first Pokemon of the day, you get 600 or 700. And you get the 7th day in a row is the highest bonus. You get 3,100.
So when you log in every day, you get a bonus.
A bonus, yes, daily bonus, and it's just 1 through 7, then it resets.
And then it resets.
Yes, I've been testing it for
would
a
you
while.
say that you are motivated on days where you could otherwise go without playing Pokemon Go? Do you feel like you have to log in so you don't lose that bonus?
Absolutely.
Do you feel like when you log in for that, do you feel compelled to go on and play then?
Yes. When I start getting that Stardust or anything else, I'm just like, well, I could do this and this, and I want to add to my Stardust so I can level up this Pokemon.
Do you think if they didn't have that building daily bonus, do you think you would play as consistently as you do?
I would play about the same. Maybe I would probably play just a little bit less. Like if because there's some days where that's all I have time to do is just get that daily bonus, and that's pretty much it. So I could probably just skip those days. But I really like playing, and
right.
I do not want to lose my bonus.
Do you think that having that daily bonus, making it a part of your every day that you log into Pokemon, do you think that that is building a habit that you might otherwise not have as consistently?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same way with a few of my friends that I play in the group. They also make it a point to get their daily bonuses.
So you had mentioned when you first log into the app that you are started on a map, and this is a GPS map, real-life GPS map.
Mm-hmm.
What shows up on the map? What is the map used for?
The map is used for, one, just to tell where you're at, because it's just like Google Maps. You see road, you see green for grass, and like you see a blue highlighted like square or whatnot for houses and structures.
And what kind of things can you come across?
There's Pokestops, which is another thing you get for daily bonuses, where you just get free items. You have to go up to that landmark, click on it. As long as you're close enough, you can spin it, and you get 3 or more free items. And then the other thing is gyms, which you can battle at. And as you take a gym in the shop, the middle button in the menu, if you click on that and go to the top right, you get a defender bonus because you're in a gym, and those stack, and you can get that once every 21 hours.
And so that's another thing, that it's on a timer. If you want to continue getting that bonus, you have to log in that time interval.
Yes, I take my defender bonus normally before 11 a.m. every day, because I wake up around 8 most of the time.
I wake up at like noon, so this is news to me.
Yeah. So that way, like if I'm on my way to work and I can take a few easy gyms on the way, then that timer is up. Because if I hit it at 11 a.m. and I need to be in at work by 8, as soon as I take those gyms on my way to work, I can click on it, and then it's ready by 5 a.m. the next morning. But I don't play that early.
Right. So you can keep it around 24 hours. You don't have to.
Right, and that's something I appreciate, is that it's not 24 hours, because then you're faced with every single day
Pushing it back slightly farther.
Yeah, and that's all. But with less than a day, I have time to make up time if I choose, or if I want to wake up early or stay up late.
So, you know that you're going to collect this gym bonus every day. You know that you're going to do that every day.
Yes, I have.
And so, would you say that motivates you to get more playing in around that same time every day, so that you can get more gyms?
Yes.
Are you contented with just having like one gym, or do you feel like, because the time is coming close, I need to get these gyms real fast so I can claim defender bonus on them?
A little bit of both, depending on how much time I feel like I have that day. Because I don't like to just have one. Because I know the other two teams tend to have more. And
we're yellow, by the way.
We're Team Yellow.
In case you don't want to be friends with us anymore.
Right. But it's hard to get gyms. So, but I am trying to limit myself at that 11 o'clock range. So after that, I just kind of give up. Or if I go to take gyms after that time, I'm trying to bring it down for the next day. So any that I have fault this evening, I'm just trying to lower it so when people go out tonight, it's not still a level 10 gym. I only have a small gym to take in the morning, and then I can keep it all day tomorrow. I don't expect to keep it tonight.
So, my final question here will be a little bit soul-searching for you, Mac. You might have to sleep on this for a couple days, or you might have to just bury it down and ignore it. Do you think this game has found ways to create habits in you? Do you think that they have set the game up in a way that has built habits into your daily routine?
Yes.
Do you feel super great about that?
Yes. I like having hobbies, and I like having consistency. So this is a mobile app, online mobile app, where I get to interact with others, and I like interacting with other people. I'm a very sociable person, so having something that lets me get outside every day, and it's easy just to play on the way to work. Just pull over, hit this, hit that.
Pull over. Acts like you don't drive and play Pokemon.
It's hard now. They have a 20-mile-per-hour speed limit.
They made it really hard now.
They did. I played a lot while I was driving when I could. But it is good that they put a speed limit on it.
Yes.
Because that makes everyone more careful.
Yes. There have been incidents. Okay, well, I feel that's very reasonable. And I appreciate that you're not addicted to, like, meth or something. PokemonGO is probably a much better substitution for your addictive personality.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that as a wife and as your friend. Because we're all just your friends here, Matt. We're all just wanting to make sure that what you're doing is healthy. So that's PokemonGO in a nutshell. We're not going to talk about how buggy it is. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the user.
Some bugs, but if you have a good compatible device, it plays pretty smoothly, and that doesn't mean there's no bugs. It just means they're actually pretty minimal once you have a good device to play it on.
So as far as user experience is concerned, you are satisfied with the game.
I am satisfied. Could be more satisfied, but the kind of person I am, it's a good game for me.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your time. It's good to, interact with your classmates and all that. So, thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Hope you guys... You have a wonderful night.
I'll see you around.
Hopefully.
Probably.